Hey folks, welcome to the 6th weekly devlog for a game I'm working on, codenamed Big Chungus. This week we have some new items to show off, changes to projectiles, and a new enemy in the cave. So let's dive right on in. The first set of changes, or additions I should say, is a set of strength, dexterity, and intelligence potions. You'll find these and can craft them with ingredients found in the cave. These come after I've created the buff and debuff systems so that now when you can drink potions, they'll apply a buff. For instance, the strength potion will increase your strength by 1. So as you can see, I have 5 strength. I take the potion, drink it, now I have 6. So that is the same with dexterity and the same with intelligence. As you can see, I still don't have the buff and debuff timers implemented yet, but I just haven't gotten into the UI. It's one of the things I'm kind of avoiding. It's just been a pain, but I'll get there eventually. But know that they do have a cooldown, and when the cooldown ends, the strength and intelligence buffs that I've just gotten will disappear. The final potion that I've added this week is the recall potion. So the recall potion is quite simple. It just respawns you at your respawn point. So if I drink this, it'll be a little cooldown, some particle effects, and then I'll spawn back here. I still need to add a sound effect to it so that it kind of does some sort of like charge up or something like that. And I might change the particles that came out of there, which I think they're the wrong color for 1, and 2, they're the wrong type. So I'll have to figure that out. Maybe make like a little beam that goes into the sky or something like that. Makes your guy float away or something. I don't know. One last new item I've added is the stone post, which is just simply a post made out of stone. Made this so that you could actually spend your stone on something else that you wouldn't otherwise. There wasn't a whole lot of recipes that needed stone, so went ahead and added these so that you can have an additional wall item made out of stone. Finishing out the bone set is the crossbone. I finally got around to adding this one just due to the nature of how I wanted the projectiles to work. So the crossbone shoots bones, and the bones kind of flip around in the air, which is kind of a big change to projectiles that needed rotation and some alignment issues. The other thing I've changed about projectiles is gravity now affects them. So, for instance, you'll see the arrows now hit the ground and stop. That wasn't the case before. Before, they would just kind of continue off the screen. So in order to make them go further, you simply increase the speed of the projectile. So various ranged weapons now will have different ranges based on literally the projectile speeds. I'll go ahead and put on the screen the rotation code that I use to rotate the arrow in the air. It's not just simply a rotation. It kind of rotates it on a pivot or an axis so that the rect and the image change size, and you end up with just a better result altogether. Next thing on the list is the addition of the Skelebro enemy. He is an enemy found in the caves. He is just a skeleton. He's pretty strong. He kind of wanders around, doesn't really do anything too much until he tries to get you. So once he spots you, he'll try and get you, and then he kind of surprises you a little bit by lunging at you. So you can see when you're close enough, it'll kind of go a little faster, just to kind of keep you on your toes there a little bit. I do need to change his blood type. Basically, right now he kind of just makes blood particles, which are they look like they're water droplets, but of a different color, which isn't really the case for him since he shouldn't really have blood. So I'll have to add a new blood type that essentially is, I guess, like a cloud or some sort of just basic spark particle that looks more like it's like a dry kind of piece of whatever, stuff that's not liquid, essentially. One other change I've added to the cave is the addition of items inside of these little jars here. As you can see, potions drop. Let's try and get something else here. There's potions. There's other things in there like what else? Like iron bars and torches and stuff like that. So, gives you a reason to smash those jars. And that's it for this week. Besides a couple changes under the hood, not too much new to report. I will continue working on this, and hopefully there'll be another update next week. Have a good week.